Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to strip some old funky 1950s wallpaper that I found after taking down some wood paneling. Was crossing my fingers that it would be pretty easy to do, and this is what I'm doing. So I came into the house and turned on the lights after taking down the wood paneling, and I got some old termite damage, not active termites, but it was nonetheless some damage from termites that were behind the wood paneling that ate into a little bit of the drywall paper. Not too bad. And there's some, this funky wallpaper here. Must have been a wonderful pattern back in the 1950s, but it's stuck to the wall. Found a bunch of it over here. It says "I am beautiful" behind it, and you can see where I've tried to scrape it just with just a putty knife and didn't get too far into it. It's just pretty horrid. So what I did was I went to my local hardware store, and I thought, well, I saw this on the shelf, this Zenzer Diff concentrate wallpaper stripper. They had like a bio-friendly version, but I said, what the heck, give me all the chemicals I can get. I'm really just trying to get this stuff off. So what I did was buy this concentrate. It says mix a cup and a quarter with a gallon of water, and I don't have any measuring cups, so I just put a couple glunks into here, and then filled up my little paint cup, my handy paint cup, with the water and dumped it in there. And then I took this roller, mixed it up real well, and then I got me one of these. These are the Paper Tigers. I highly recommend you get one of these. This is going to score the wallpaper to make little holes so that this concoction can seep through. And so then I took this here and let's just do it real quick. So here's a section that I haven't done yet, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna see the little pattern that's making. Big circles, all of it. That seems to be good enough. Now once you've got all these little score marks, then you come over here and you take a nice wet your clean paint roller brush. Don't use a fine mist spray bottle. That's just not going to do it. You really need to saturate this. So nice and loaded. Then what I'm going to do is just this. Up and down. Just kind of get nice and sloppy wet here. Be generous with it. It's not going to hurt anything to put loads of this stuff on. But you can see a small little section, enough loaded on my paintbrush. I'll get it nice and wet. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let this set about 15 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. I let it soak in, and let's see how this stuff works. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is exactly what I was hoping would happen. It's just kind of coming just right off. I mean, I'm not putting much force into it. And it's, as you can see, it's coming right off. And big, giant pieces. Big, giant piece. I am so happy. Oh, yes. Yeah, that scream of joy, if anybody's been in this situation where you've had to deal with wallpaper and you don't know how to deal with it, removing it, you know what kind of happy that little exclamation was. That's just, I am so thrilled that this is coming off like this now. I'm only scraping one side, kind of the weight is pulling down the other side because it's just not even being held on by anything anymore. It's like, yeah, I mean, there we go. I'm getting a little aggressive now. I want this to be over with. Oh, they're just coming right off. Coming right off. Coming right off. Yes. I'm not just using a regular putty knife. I mean, this is what I just got in the bin at the hardware store. This is like the paper. This is how old this wallpaper is. The house is. The drywall appears to have like wood paper. Right? It's like a faux wood paper attached to the drywall. I'm wondering if that's another layer of wallpaper. I don't know. Seems to be coming off. Maybe it is. I think it is. I might have to just repeat and get all the layers off. Oh, look at this. Must have been the premium wallpaper back in the 50s. Okay, well, it's completely taken off the wallpaper. This here is just maybe another layer underneath. Look at that. Oh, look. This is coming off too. Right on. So maybe I'll just reapply this. I'll use the paper tiger again, rescore it, and then drop some more of that stripper on, and maybe it'll take the second layer off. Oh, what do you think of that? Maybe I don't even need it. Look, it's kind of coming right off. I'm just adding a little bit more pressure. You know what I noticed? Is on this blade, you got to be careful because this glue, there becomes a residue layer of glue, old glue. It kind of screws with your edge. Alright, well, you get the idea. Maybe just doing this again, but that's okay. At least I know I can get it off pretty easily now. Wow. Man, wood wallpaper. Wood wallpaper. Wood design wallpaper. Who would have thunk? I don't want to damage the wall, so maybe I'll just get what's loose off of here. And I'll just put a little more muscle into it. But yeah, you can see that. Bam, it's coming off. All right, cool. Take care. Happy wallpaper stripping. All right, so after scraping the second layer of wallpaper, using the same method and a little elbow grease, you can see I am now down to the 1957 drywall that was installed when the house was built. Okay, great. Now it's time to do some patchwork and the rest of this walls and all my other wallpaper. Wow. And I'll be ready to go. Paint. Make it look awesome. My wife hopes.